Internet. Ugh. My kids, they gave me the plague. Oh my gosh. I'm freezing right now, guys, and I don't even know why I'm filming, other than I literally found the greatest thing ever. It's amazing, guys. And I had to let you guys know, because this is the stuff that I signed up for YouTube for. I mean, it's amazing. Now, other than the fact that I have a nice hot bath waiting on me and crystals to unbox, because I have no self-control, because I want it pretty rocks. But now, I don't want you to get me wrong and think that I am making fun, because I honestly do think that it's the greatest thing ever. This is amazing, and I'm really trying not to just email this lady, because, I mean, I could, just talk to her for hours and stuff. So there's that. So while I was sitting there half dead last night, because it was maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I just want to go to bed, and all of that stuff. Oh, and I guess I can actually try to put on makeup. And anyway, so I'm using this because I don't want to actually think, and I got it in Ipsy. Anyway, you're gonna see a big ass mess is what you're gonna see. Anyway, Melissa's half dead. So I was trying to think of what to do while I'm snuggled up in bed, trying not to die, because again, my children brought home the plague. But at least they're all in school now, so I can die peacefully during the day before I have to drag myself out of bed again and make dinner, because, that's what I do. Anyway, the greatest thing ever. So I was like, it's 2020. What do I do after the new year? I look for the predictions to, listen to while I clean. Well, I found a bunch of like videos that were like over an hour long, and I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna fall asleep listening to that. So we're gonna do that. But I found a video of this lady that channels aliens, and I was like, oh my God, I need to have a conversation with her. But I mean, she's gonna think I'm weird. But I knew you guys would appreciate this, so I am here, half dead, really wanting to be in a hot shower right now. But y'all needed to know this, and y'all also needed to know what the alien said that's going to be happening in 2020 and the next decade. So I will link the channel again in the description, as usual, because this is amazing, guys. I really want to email her. I really do. Because, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been like binge watching DS9 with the man. So, it's, I don't know. I'm in that kind of mood, guys. Anyway, so what did the aliens have to say? Oh, and they're apparently a certain kind. The Pleiadian, I think that's what it is. Anyway, I Googled them to find out what kind they were, because I guess there's more than one type of alien, which is understandable, I suppose. I'm trying to find a fluffy brush that's like not so terribly dirty, because again, I haven't washed my brushes yet. I'm a terrible person for that, but whatever. And there is no transition color for that, so we're just gonna wing this. All right, what did the aliens say about the weather and everything? Okay, fires, earthquakes, and weather changes, they're going to be more prevalent, which, right, that's cool, but apparently not in places that it normally happens. which I guess I can understand how that would be normal because, I mean, even by Texas standards, it's been a very warm winter for us because I think right now it might be 40 something, but it's been like in the 60s, maybe 50s during the day most of the time. And normally it would be in the 40s at the highest during the day. So, I mean, I'm not really complaining. I mean, I'm still going to complain because, you know, once it's below like 80 degrees, I'm going to be cold because I'm just weird, and I'm pretty sure y'all can actually see how cold I am. So, there's that. But not in places, but the weather, apparently, it's going to be like really weird in places that I guess, like I just said, in Texas where it normally is nice and everything, but we're going to get more bad weather or weird weather, which I'd also like to point out, this lady is an astrologer, and I know there's some kind of weird conjunction with Pluto and Saturn, and I've been watching a lot of that because apparently, I don't know, it's gonna like affect a lot of people. But one astrologer pointed out that Pluto sometimes affects the weather. So usually when Pluto is more prevalent or whatever, then you have really weird weather that month. So I will have to try to keep that in mind to keep up on the weather. Anyway, oh my god, 6 minutes and I'm not done anything. Sorry guys, I'm a little ADD here. Hopped up on Tylenol and caffeine. You know, they say to drink tea, but I don't know if it really actually helps me, other than, you know, keeping me awake. Oh, what else did they say? Scientists are going to find ice in other places. Okay, because this was a 12-minute video, so in my scatterbrainness, I was trying to, like, just talking points and stuff like that. Apparently, with the whole global warming thing, she said that, or the alien said, the message that came through was that with the global warming and everything, it's the Earth like regenerating itself. So whereas we didn't have ice before, or it's melting, they're going to find other ice caps or whatever, and there's going to be new fish that are found that we can eat. And I was like, that's pretty cool, I guess, because a new species, but I really wouldn't go straight to eating a new species that I found, honestly, because what if it's poison? But I don't know, that's just me. I'm a little suspect at new foods. Anyway, I'm trying not to mess this up. Anyway, I can breathe clearly. The Sudafed must have kicked in. They're going to find ice in other places, new species of fish found, and the Earth is recalibrating itself. That's the words that she used, or the aliens used. I don't know. I'm going to have to, like, do more research on these aliens that she channeled. Apparently, they're, like, 7 feet tall and really pretty, so that'd be really cool. I did find a Facebook group that some guy said that the king of the aliens told him to create. And I joined it, but I just kind of looked around and I was like, I need a nap. So, didn't really get that far. There wasn't many postings, so I kind of wish there was, and I didn't really engage in a lot of conversation because, again, a nap was more important. But I will check it out more and, I don't know, copy and paste stuff or whatever, or keep y'all updated. Anyway, back to what the alien said. because this is probably going to be the most boring look ever. Very neutral, whatever, because I'm like, what do the aliens say? And I got a box of rocks to open. So, again, it's going to be very fast. Trying to get to my notes, guys, sorry. The Earth is recalibrating itself, and the aliens did say that, of course, we need to, like, stop fucking up the Earth. We need to work on that. But all these weather changes and earthquakes and stuff like that, that is basically the Earth just, I guess, healing itself, which, I mean, it makes sense, because I don't know how many billion years old the Earth is, but I mean, it's been around all this time, and it's still here. I mean, like I said, granted, shouldn't we, like, stop polluting the ocean and burning down the Amazon and stuff like that? That's probably a good idea. But, you know. Oh, and new islands and mountains are going to be appearing, because there are going to be some places that are going to be inhabitable. So once you got to move away, there's a new place to appear. So, I mean, that's great. And new plants are going to be, no, wait, that's planets. I'm sorry, I can't even read my own handwriting. But yeah, new mountains and new islands are going to be appearing with, I don't know how, honestly. I guess with earthquakes, which, it makes sense to me. Because, I mean, if you think about it, how many islands are really in Hawaii? I think about weird stuff, guys. I really do. Like, I know, this is the most all over the place one ever. With the planetary stuff, there's new planets going to be discovered in the next decade, and a lot of medical breakthroughs where they said, I guess it's going to be more like Star Trek stuff, where you can regrow body parts and stuff like that, which, that's cool. But what I did actually like was that she pointed out that doctors are actually necessary, and you shouldn't just ditch all medications, because even though there are some bad medications, there doctors, I guess, that, you know, doctors are still very necessary, because we wouldn't have all the advances that we have right now without doctors. I guess she just summed it up. There's good and bad in every profession or whatever. And I just realized I didn't put my nose ring back in. Oh well. Anyway, moving on, because I have no idea what I'm going to do with my eyes, and I just trying to keep myself busy while I go over the last two things. There's going to be, the language is going to be evolving, and the way we talk and all that kind of stuff. And I can honestly see this now, because I know there is a big push to, like, what did Kiva say in her live last night? She had said she doesn't say she's sorry. She says, I apologize, because when you say I'm sorry, that's like saying I am a sorry person, and she doesn't want herself or other people to think that she's a sorry person. If she did something that warrants an apology, she says, I apologize. And I see this in a lot of videos, like, apparently you're not supposed to say be blessed, because I guess that technically means to be less. So if I'm saying have a blessed day, I'm telling you to be less than you are, and that is not something that I want to tell you. So, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, all those years of church, though, I can understand how it's kind of hard to, you know, just change. So, And I mean, it's not the worst thing that could happen, quite honestly, is, how we're trying to be better and put off better vibes with our language. And she segued into that with there's going to be new forms of media so that it's not going to be the whole doom and gloom thing is what it is now, which it'd be like, thank goodness, because that's one of the reasons it was kind of easy for me to get rid of cable, was because I didn't want to hear all the doom and gloom constantly. And it just, as a society, it just keeps us so depressed. It's like, oh, why should we even bother trying to do better if this is all we're going to get? And I'm like, no, there's actually great things happening out there, y'all. But I don't know. I try to be positive, believe it or not. And I think I probably just went too far. Or did I? I don't know. It looks worse to me. But on film, or on the camera, it doesn't really look that bad. But anyway, I think that's all I'm going to be able to do, though, because I can't concentrate, guys. I really want to email her and find out, how to, I know, because I just keep thinking of all these stories that Theresa's dad tells about her subway stories. And she says that people tell her they're aliens all the time. And I don't get that lucky. I want to have an alien friend. I mean, she gets kind of annoyed with it. I mean, I would guess so if you're on the subway and you're constantly meeting people who say that they're aliens. That would get kind of annoying to me. But I don't get anything like that in a small town. But then again, if you come up to me and tell me that you're an alien or you got an alien friend, I'm going to be like, girl, we need to talk because I have questions. And then I have follow-up questions. Because, I got questions, guys. Like, what do y'all think about us? Anyway. A lot of people are going to be less emotionally attached to money, which, I don't know. It's kind of hard to be not emotionally attached to money when you devote so much time making it so that you can survive. But if anything's going to happen, and they did speak of financial collapses, which that's kind of what I was trying to avoid in all of the other videos, because I was like, they're going to be political, they're going to be, talk about how it's going to be so bad, and that's not what you want to hear when you're snuggled up in bed trying to breathe and stay warm. But yeah. Oh, and the last thing that I touched on, or paid attention to, was there's going to be more brain active people activating their brain, which, I don't know, what was that movie? I think it was called Lucy. And that would be a good thing. But I don't know if people could actually handle it if a lot of people started thinking for themselves or just even thinking outside of the box. Because, like I said, as it's kind of my job to question things now. And my little friend Doug, who runs the Auto Shop channel, well, that's not the name of it, but he does videos on his cars and stuff like that. And I know in the last time there was an event, I commented on his Facebook post and I was like, do you think that was a little too convenient? It was just a little too perfect, Doug. Come on now. Because, I gotta question it. Because every time something else happens like that, we automatically say that, oh, that's convenient that that happened, right? But I'm just saying, we got to question everything. And as for people activating more of their brain or thinking outside of the box, I mean, that would be great. But like I said, I don't think some people would know how to actually handle it, because a lot of people are just used to being led, so to speak, and all of that fun stuff, and not a troublemaker like me. But yeah. Oh god, this is 20 minutes of absolute nonsense, but y'all gotta see this video. It's fucking amazing. I love it. And I'm probably gonna watch it at least 5 more times tonight, because it's just really cool. I like the theory. I mean, I would love to be able to talk to some aliens. I really would. So, she's a very lucky woman. That's what I think. But she's also an astrologer, and I'm going to check out some of her astrology videos and stuff like that. So, I'm probably going to be giving her an awful lot of watch time. But until next week, and hopefully I'll survive till next week and not need so many naps during the day. But yeah, I'm going to go and see what kind of pretty rocks I got. So, I'll talk to you later, Internet. Bye, Internet!